I'm going to post a link for Cardano real quick. At everyone ADA analysis is live now. And again, I won't be talking much in the chat because I want to try to keep this short, y'all. I want to try to keep this short. Let me also post the link on Twitter. And then we will get started with the analysis. All right, I just posted that link. Again, if you miss the beginning of this stream, you can go ahead and rewind the stream. Either continue and rewind later, or go ahead, you might can rewind during the stream. All right, let's go ahead and transition over to Cardano. I mentioned in a previous video, let's see, this one here, Bitcoin and Cardano analysis on the 9th, a couple of days ago, that I still believe we probably can at least come down here with inside this long yellow rectangle here, which is currently about in between, let's say 70 cents and 62.5 cents. 70 cents, 62.5 cents. That is certainly possible. This is the 4-day time frame. Blue LSMA is still falling. Green RSI is falling. Red RSI making contact with the green while it's falling, indicating downward pressure there. White energy still falling here a bit. And we're looking at aqua lower. What does our B bands look like currently in the 4-day? We're already at the aqua lower, okay, with the potential to continue expanding down further. The aqua lower is currently right at 80 cents, and we're a little bit below the aqua lower, and the green RSI is just a little bit below the aqua lower, just a little bit below level 10 in the 4-day time frame. Let me go and remove those B bands to clean that up a little bit. Remove Phoenix Ascending to clean that up a little bit, and we will leave that there. Let's go to the short-term group first. Red RSI closed below level 50 in this 30-minute time frame, triggering downward pressure that lasts for how long? Till the white energy comes up to level 50. When the white energy closes above level 50, that creates calls for upward pressure. Can it do that? Can it create calls for upward pressure in the 30-minute before the red RSI creates calls for downward pressure in the 60-minute, the 1 hour? Red RSI is close to going below level 50 in the 90-minute. That's kind of questionable as to whether or not we're going to keep falling here. All it takes is a green RSI to go up one more time, kind of as a head fake, meaning they encourage shorts to come in. Now let's squeeze them, take it up a little bit before we then really take it down. You know, that's a possibility. So be careful there if you're wanting to get in this late. When I say late, the time to have gotten in this was sooner than what we see now. Let me do one thing that I should have done real quick. Let me copy this version, my most recent version of Badass B-Bands. Let me delete this older version, paste the new version. Now let's right click that chart, come down here to apply these indicators to entire layout. So I did that. 2% spread between the white upper and white lower, 2% spread here. Yeah, your stop loss would have been on up in between the aqua upper and orange upper B bands there. 5.3% spread here. Let's do one more thing here. I see one more thing I did not do. Inputs. I want to show the fill spread. where if it's over 1.9% spread between the aqua and orange B bands, greater than 1.9, and the white aqua B bands, spread between the white and aqua upper and white and aqua lower, aqua and orange upper, aqua and orange lower. The reason why 1.9, I want it to show, to fill in there, that tells me that's at least 2%. If it's greater than 1.9, that's at least 2%, where I quickly know just by seeing the fill that I have at least 2%, where if I open a short here, let's say, right here was probably right at 2%, I would have set my stop loss up here near this orange upper B band. That's why these percentage spreads are here. You would have saw right at about 2%, maybe 2.5, and you see the price of the orange upper currently at 0.876. What it was then, probably a little lower than that, especially if the red RSI, when this candle opened, the red RSI is about to cross below the blue LSMA, which tends to be bearish. The green RSI is already down here at level 50, which is synonymous with the basis. So you're looking at a base hit there. You're looking at a base hit there. Let me, oh, I have that at 13. Let me change that to 4%. I want 4% spread there. It's got to be at least that most of the time for it to be be enough reward for the risk I'm about to take. So I have that fill there. Let's go ahead and apply that setting for badass B bands to all time frames. That way every time where you saw the white fill between the white upper and white lower, you know that was greater than 4%. You would have known this was greater than 4% at that time. It may have been about 5% at the time, which would have been about a 2.5% move from the white upper down to the basis. When you saw this, the red RSI about to cross below the blue LSMA and the green RSI already at level 50, which is synonymous with the basis. So when this candle opened, my stop loss on up here pretty close, just shy of the orange upper, because it's probably about 2.5% spread there, just as it is now. So that would have been about a 2.5, 2.6, 2.5, 2.6% move there. Then the next candle begins, and the green RSI is even lower, heading down here towards the white lower. And you know when this candle opened, the odds are pretty good for coming down here to the white lower B band. Actually pretty good, especially with the blue LSMA about to go below level 70 there. The odds were pretty high, so I probably would not have taken any profit, or maybe 33%, 1/3 profit, maybe 25% profit, while letting the rest ride. And then you got a double. Instead of a base hit to the basis, you ended up getting a double to the white aqua lower B bands in that case. The blue LSMA in the 6 hour for ADA is below level 50. If you remember the 6 hour for Bitcoin, the blue LSMA still has quite a bit of move to get down there below level 50. So we already know for ADA, it's 6 hour. We're prepared to keep going down more. What does that mean? Well, that means ADA has a chance of going, ADA USD has a chance of going down more than BTC USD, which means also ADA Bitcoin is going to go down too. That's how they are accumulating Bitcoin. They could take Bitcoin sideways a little bit while taking Cardano and other altcoin USD and altcoin BTC pairs down a bit. That's their easiest way. When I say there, I'm talking about composite groups of whales that manipulate the market to their advantage. But it's good to have indicators and whatnot and an understanding of Wyckoff method to know, get an idea of their method, what they're up to at any given time, so that you can trade with them and avoid being taken advantage by them. Yeah, that blue LSMA, red RSI making contact with the green while the green's going down in the 8 hour. You know Cardano, and it's slow bleed. We may still be doing that, y'all, looking at this 8 hour. But there's a chance, as I told you in the 2 hour, that red RSI still has quite a bit to roll over below level 50. So don't assume we're going down just yet. The next 2-hour candle that begins 1 hour from now, that green RSI might turn up. And the red RSI makes contact with the green while going up, indicating upward pressure, and we end up coming right back up to the white aqua upper B bands, which would be about a 2.5% move. It does that before then coming down. Maybe you're wondering, how do you know if it does that it doesn't keep going up with expansion? Well, look how low that blue LSMA is. Is that blue LSMA up here around the level 50 along with the red RSI to help us get expansion up? No. That's why I say if we did go up about the white aqua upper at the most, which would be about actually that's about a 3% move if we did that from current price. But would we keep going up with expansion? Not with the blue LSMA this low. So if we did go up, I would expect that to be a bull trap before then going down. So they would squeeze shorts currently going up, and then squeeze longs by then really taking it down, potentially towards this green diagonal trend line around 72 cents, within proximity of 72 cents. Let's look at the near-term group. What's our pressure look like in the 12-hour and 24-hour time frame? Blue LSMA near the white aqua lower, and we're already right at in between the white and aqua lower. That red RSI would need to go down a little bit. So yeah, let's be careful. This is just a slow bleed. It's possible, like in this 24-hour, to come back up to the white lower around 81 cents before then coming down to around 76 or 72 cents. Our 4-day still has 2 days, 7 hours remaining. We have to be careful here. That next 4-day candle that begins 2 days, 7 hours from now, if that green RSI comes on down here towards the orange, level 0, we could come down here towards the orange lower B band, or at least to that red diagonal trend line. That's just under 70 cents. Well, the next candle, that's right at 70 cents, excuse me. That's right at 70 cents, the next candle. Could we go down there? This candle? Sure, it's possible. It's possible in the remaining 2 days and 7 hours. Green RSI is down here in between aqua and orange in the 6th day. Also note the weekly. The aqua lower B band, 70 cents. Blue LSMA is down here near level 10, or actually a little below level 10, which is synonymous with the aqua lower, because this color is also aqua. You know, we have to be careful here in this weekly, right at 70 cents, that aqua lower B band. That is very possible. So in my opinion, if you're thinking about opening a long for Cardano, in my opinion, right now is not the time. And just to remind you, this is my opinion. This is not financial advice. I'm just sharing my opinion. Let's look at higher time frames here for just a moment. This is the midterm group of time frames. 4-day, 4-day, 8-day, 9-day, 10-day, 11-day, 12-day, 13-day, 2-week. Boy, again, that red RSI blue SMA is so low, y'all. And look here, in that 2-week time frame. Our aqua lower B band is 70 cents. 70 cents. Let me change this to a font of 20. Let's apply to all. Make it a little bit larger so that you can see it. 70 cents, 0.704, the aqua lower. I mean, it's screaming aqua lower right now. The blue LSMA is below the aqua lower, below level 10, and the green RSI is below the aqua lower, level 10. So, I mean, it's possible for 70 cents or lower within the remaining 2 days and 7 hours of this 2-week candle. We'll see if the next 2-week candle, that green RSI, can begin coming up, but we don't know quite yet. We don't know what we don't know until we know it. Man, that 8-day, same thing, aqua lower. It's right at 70 cents. Right at 70 cents. The blue LSMA, 70 cents, 0.708. Let me also change the font. Well, the font is already 20 for that. So we're good there. I think y'all could see that 70 cents. Hey, welcome, Simeon. Ooh, 12-day. Yeah, there's a ton of work we have to do to get that red RSI and blue LSMA back above level 50. Above level 50 here. You see how we started trending up in that 12-day time frame? When the red RSI and blue LSMA get below level 50, well, we're going below the basis, aren't we? For a sustained period of time, just like how we went above the basis for a sustained period of time here, above the basis, above level 50 for a sustained period of time. So in order for us to go up to the basis at $1.66, and go above that for a sustained period of time, we have a lot of work to do in that 12-day time frame. In the 2-week time frame, a lot of work yet to do. Let's look at the 3-week time frame. That's in this bottom right-hand corner. Aqua lower is right just below 70 cents. Let's change the font to this so everybody can, to 20, so everybody can see that a little better. 0.679. You might as well say 68 cents for the aqua lower. Green RSI is already down here near the aqua lower. The energy's not up here at level 50 yet, so downward pressure is still continuing. So we are most certainly at risk of coming down to 70 cents or lower. I'm just saying. So you have to be very careful about opening a long right now. Very careful. Because right now the current trend appears to be down rather than up. We're already at the aqua lower there, but the green RSI is showing we could go down here towards the orange lower B band. I don't believe we're coming down here to 27, basically 28 cents. The next candle, no, just somewhere down a little lower than that. The next candle, we still have 2 days, 7 hours remaining in this current 18-day candle. Yeah, but that 3-week, it's definitely screaming for the aqua lower. Just as we were screaming for the aqua lower in the 20-day, we're almost right at the aqua lower at 0.738 cents. Let's look at the 4-week. Wow. And we just got a blue LSMA, this current 4-week candle. I don't know if y'all can see that little bitty blue line right there. We finally have enough data in this 4-week time frame where we finally got a blue LSMA. We see about what level it's at. All right. White lower B band at 43 cents currently. That red RSI is getting down here closer to that, but man, I'm not saying we're going to that, especially this candle. No, and not yet, because this blue LSMA is still up quite high. But boy, it's certainly possible. That 27-day red RSI is right here at level 30, white lower. Green RSI is near the aqua lower, but you can't help but wonder if we don't come down here even to somewhere in the 50-something cent range here eventually. When looking at the 27-day time frame, that white energy still has a little bit to go to get up above level 50 in the 27-day time frame. The 25-day time frame, white lower is screaming for 65 cents there in the 25-day. And again, don't think I'm just being bearish. Oh, he's bearish. He's pushing everybody to sell. No, I'm not. I'm not a hype channel here. All I do is just provide my opinion of what I see in the indicators. Even here in this 11-day time frame, it's screaming for the aqua lower B band. Here, aqua lower at 0.626 cents. See the green RSI down here at the aqua lower, blue SMA at the aqua lower, red RSI approaching the aqua lower. I mean, it's screaming for that. We have to respect that. So we should have a long position far out of our mind at the moment, in my opinion, because there is no upward trend established. Why am I saying that? Because when we scalp or swing, you want to make sure you open your position or buy outright or close, buy outright or sell outright, you know, open a long position or open a short position. We want to make sure you're with the trend, not against it. And when I say with the trend, with an established trend, an established trend. And in the 12-hour, white energy still falling in this 12-hour. So we have to assume it's still downward pressure at the moment. The 24 hours kind of mixed. 2-day time frame kind of mixed. The 3-day time frame, you know, it's acting like we might want to eventually start going up, but hey, this candle is not closed yet in the 3-day time frame. I know we currently see the green up, but do not assume it's going to close up. It may end up closing down. When I say it may end up closing down, let's do this. Let's go to ADAUSD tether, and let's go to the immediate group. All right, let's watch this green RSI. We have 15 seconds remaining in this current 1-minute candle up here in the top right-hand corner. Let's watch that green RSI, the next candle, and let's see it fluctuate up or down. All right, right now it's down. Let's see if it moves up. See there how it moved up? And this candle hasn't closed yet. It has not closed yet. It may still move up or down again. Right now, the 5-second is showing we might could go up. Is what? No. Now here goes the red RSI below level 50. The green RSI is coming down more. Now it went back up again. But bottom line is that green RSI there went down again. Is fluctuating up and down until this candle closes. Once it closes, wherever these indicator lines are at that time, they freeze there. Then we advance to the next candle, where they will then fluctuate up and down again. So what we see in that 1 minute, or this 30-second, or this 2-minute, or whatever, or this 2-minute right here, or this 4-minute, you know, see how the green's fluctuating up and down during this current 2-minute candle? It's no different if you were in the 3-day time frame here. It too fluctuates, just not as often. Not as often as in those immediate group of time frames, very, very low time frames. This 3-day candle, don't be surprised if that green ends up closing down. Don't be surprised if that ends up happening. You know, so just because the green's up now, do not assume it's going to keep going up. Do not do that. It could be, you see, even the energy's up at the moment, but sometime during the remaining 2 days and 7 hours of this 3-day candle, that energy might come on back down again. The green turns down again. The red RSI is making contact with the green while going down. So be careful. Don't make assumptions like that. When looking at your near-term group and you see something like that, no. Look at other time frames. Like this 4-day time frame, you see the green currently coming down. Red RSI making contact with the green while going down, indicating downward pressure. And that next 4-day candle, the green RSI may come down here below level 0, below the orange lower, heading down towards this orange lower B band. That's currently at 61 cents. If we came down, we probably wouldn't come down that far, that candle. It would probably stop right at around the red diagonal trend line. when I say that candle, the next candle right here, because I'm saying the next 4-day candle, the green RSI, the next 4-day candle may be at or below level 0, this orange line here. So we still have to be careful that of opening a long position, if anything, a short position, and we could potentially go down to around 70 cents. That's definitely looking like in the realm of possibility here. But it may take a little time to do that. You know how slow Cardano can move, even this 8-hour and this 6-hour, y'all. Man, it still looks bearish at the moment. So I just wanted to point that out, that we're still experiencing downward pressure. And for the near term, let's say, we could be heading down to 70 cents for the near term. That's when looking at this, at the near term group. The near term group, the weekly is in the near term group. When looking at the 12-hour time frame, that green RSI turns on down further. The next 12-hour candle heading down towards this aqua lower at 77 cents. But I'm going to say near to midterm, because in this midterm, that blue LSMA, 63 cents. Blue LSMA, 70 cents. Blue LSMA, 62 cents. Blue LSMA here in the 8-day, 70 cents. And the blue LSMA down here at aqua lower, red RSI, it's like it wants to go below level 20. So we're definitely at risk of falling down towards that aqua lower. And the 8-hour time frame and the 6-hour time frame and this 4-hour time frame, white energy, the next candle may be going below level 50, and that's when right now we're seeing visible sign of expansion down, but the next candle we may get even more expansion down. So again, right now long is not, oh shoot, I was not showing y'all the chart, my bad. I'm bad about that sometimes. So again, in the near-term group, midterm group, the midterm group, aqua lower in the 11-day, 62 cents. Aqua lower in the 13-day, 63 cents. Aqua lower up here in the 2-week, 70 cents. Aqua lower, you see where the indicators are? Aqua lower, green's going down, red RSI is making contact with the green while going down, indicating downward pressure. We have 7 days, 7 hours remaining in this current 11-day candle. So over the next 7 days and 7 hours, we might be heading down towards this heading down towards this aqua lower B band. We may very well end up doing that. Same thing here in the 4-day. The next 4-day candle that begins in 2 days, 7 hours, we could be heading down towards the orange lower B band. The near-term group, I pointed out in the weekly. This is just a recap before we stop. In the weekly, that aqua lower B band at 70 cents. Will it do this weekly candle? Well, we still have 2 days, 7 hours. So we may have to wait another may have to wait another 2 days, 7 hours before the next weekly candle begins, where we might then potentially begin to see this fall down in the weekly. Because remember, in the 4-day time frame, that's up here, we could see more expansion down towards the orange lower B band at 61 cents. But again, I'm thinking more like around 70 cents at the red diagonal trend line. It may not extend that far down in the 4-day time frame. Again, my apologies for not having the chart on there. I know that can be frustrating for y'all on y'all's end. Say, man, I hope he gets that chart back up there so I can see what he's talking about. All right. I think we're going to call this quits, y'all. On the way. website, there's a video for premium subscribers. Sorry to disturb, but do you have a video where you explain how to use the ADAUSD bands? Yeah, that's all on my website. I have organized videos. Of course, you can learn a little bit going through all my videos on TradingView. Nothing on there is organized. Where I don't have a lesson on there and pointing out on TradingView how to use the ADAUSD bands, how to use Phoenix Ascending, and that's all on my website. I invested thousands of hours creating the indicators, creating Phoenix Ascending, creating ADAUSD bands, ideas for them, what to do with them, rules for those indicators, requirements for those rules that can vary depending on what time frame you're in, that can vary depending on what asset you're applying them to, because these indicators can be used with any cryptocurrency, any forex currency, any stock, any commodity, etc., on any exchange, as long as that exchange provides data to TradingView. That's the kicker. Which TradingView does have a lot of data provided from a lot of exchanges. TradingView, in my opinion, is an awesome platform for technical analysis. It most certainly is. And I would not be where I'm at today without TradingView. I have to admit that. I would not be where I am today without TradingView. All right, but I think I'm going to go and call this quits, y'all, because I need to get back to work. Being in a hold position, it has been exhausting lately. People who bought the first 8 at 30 cents are in very tight position. Yeah, they could be. A lot of people are in that situation, even premium subscribers on mine. Also, when we started going down, let's say, I want to say that's back in May with Cardano, and especially when the 4-day red RSI blue OSMA went below level 50, and for Cardano, Ethereum up, BNB up, Luna up, a lot of other coins are going up, and I'm going, well, surely Cardano's going to go up, and I'm seeing the red RSI blue OSMA keep going below level 50 in the 4-day, then the 5-day, then the 6-day, then the weekly. I'm like, man, if this ends up going up and the red RSI blue OSMA is below level 50, I may have to rethink what I've done with my indicators. I was beginning to question my indicators, whether or not they are actually good quality indicators. Now I wish I would have trusted my indicators because it kept going down. I wish I would have trusted my indicators, but instead, what was I doing? I was saying, well, since Ethereum's going up, BNB's going up, etc., Cardano's bound to go up. No, trust the indicators. I had to learn that the hard way. Ride with the odds of the indicator. Just because some other crypto project is going up does not mean yours that you're wanting to trade has to go up. Trust the indicators. I had to learn that the hard way. And I did that for Cardano. And many people were following my analysis at that time for Cardano, but also I wasn't providing much analysis during that time because I was remodeling my office. I was starting to create lessons for my website and whatnot. But yeah, I know a lot of people, even premium subscribers of mine who accumulated a lot of Cardano, wish that they had sold much earlier. Do not assume that you lost that money. That money is not yours for you to lose unless you sold it and then some at the right time or whatever, and then ended up losing what you had later. So did you lose money in a way? Yeah, but did you really lose money? No, if you bought at 30 cents and you haven't done any trading since then, let's say you've just been hodling, you're still up. You're still up. But note, I said you're still up. Are those realized gains? In other words, have you sold and you took profit, now you realize you have this much money. See, if you haven't done that, you can't really say that you lost that. Right now, you're still up. I'm talking for those in that particular situation. Now, as far as what to do now on that, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to get involved with telling you what to do now with your money and all that. I'm just providing analysis of where I think the price may be going at any given time, my opinion, and let y'all decide from that. But very soon I'm fixed to be providing signals on WyckoffMode.com. Swing signals that I will set alarms for to wake me up at any given time. But when I'm providing swing signals, I'm using the near-term group basically to execute those trades that are in harmony, in union with the upward or downward pressure I'm seeing in the midterm group. Now, when I'm awake, I will also provide signals for scalping using the short-term group of time frames that I'm making sure will be in harmony, in union with the pressure, where it be upward or downward pressure, that we see in the near-term group. So for scalping, high time frame scalping I call it, short-term group for execution that's in line with the trend in the near-term group. Swing trading, near-term group for execution that's in line with the trend in the mid-term group of time frames. I will set alarms for swing trading. I will not set alarms for scalping. If I did that, I would never get sleep for these 23 pairs that I'm monitoring in here on 12 TVs, 55-inch TVs, 4K TVs. That's equivalent to 4 27-inch monitors, each one of them, but I'm monitoring 23 pair at any given time. The main reason why I'm doing that, again, I limit myself to 4 trades. I don't want to be any more than that. But I'm kind of picking the lower hanging fruit by looking at the spread, percentage spread with my B-bands between the white upper and white lower B-band. Whichever one has the most spreads has the most potential for gain. That's the ones I want to be involved with. As far as my trades, I want the most potential gain as possible for the risk that I'm about to take. But that's the reason why I have so many pairs up here in my office, is so that I can kind of hand pick the lower hanging fruit, you might say, that's ripe there for the taking. But that was just to give you a little bit of information about the website, what's in line for the future. Also, when I do begin providing signals, I'm going to have to kind of get a feel of everything, exactly how many pairs I want to monitor at any given time. I'm going to start out with this many at first. It doesn't mean I'm giving signals, providing signals for all 23. I'm not doing that. Again, I'm going to limit myself to 4. I might provide signals for 5 or 6 in case somebody missed 2 of those 4 and they still have 2 more. But I will also be providing signals for, I'll be monitoring 3 Forex pairs to provide signals for that. Gold, XAU, USD for that. For Tesla, only Tesla, that's the only one I'm monitoring as far as a stock goes. And an index, the S&P 500. That's the only one that I'll be monitoring for that, to provide signals for that. But again, scalping will only be provided when I'm awake. Scalping signals, I don't want to set alarms to wake me up to provide a scalping signal if I'm sleeping. I don't mind getting an alarm to wake me up for a swing signal based on what we're seeing in the near-term group that's in harmony with what we're seeing in the mid-term group. All right, but I think I'm going to go and call this quits. I've done the same mistake at the time, but only by chance. It's other. Yeah, some people bought in when I said do not ignore ADA. I was saying that around 4.5 cents. I said it again around 10 cents, and I said it another time around 15 cents, I want to say. That actually Luna, man. Luna is blowing my mind. I wish I'd sold ADA even at $2 or $2.50 and gotten the Luna. But I resolved not to trade there while I was remodeling my office and creating educational content. I just know me. I get involved with trading, I can't focus on other things that I'm doing. I only want to focus on the trade. So the way I looked at it, just focus on the office remodel, getting lessons done for the website, things of that sort. Get that done, and maybe you can make up for it later. I'm quite sure I can make up for it later. It's just going to be later. But later is getting very soon, because all the signals that I'm providing here soon, I will be actually trading those signals as well. Just keep that in mind. All right, I think I'm going to go and call this quits. Yeah, I'm not going to say we're going down to 35 or 50 cents yet. I take it one stair step down at a time. If we end up stair stepping down to 70, don't be surprised if we have a little bounce up from 70. Then once we have that little bounce up, let's see if we can go down again, and if so, to what B band? Would that be even lower? I take it one step at a time. I'm not going to tell people this far ahead in time we're going down to 50 cents or 35 cents or whatever. I don't know that. That is mere speculation. I would rather provide only the information of what I know, what I can see at that particular time. Then once that plays out, let's see if we end up doing that, and then see what the indicators look like then to see what we do at that point in time. That's the way I prefer to approach this with trading. I'm getting to the point where, even with these charts, I was saying where Bitcoin could go, somewhere up around this yellow diagonal trend line. We hit that, but I also said we could go up to the red, to the aqua, or the orange diagonal trend line up here around in December. But again, all of that was speculation, is where I was saying if we did continue with upward pressure. How was I supposed to know that right here when we were here, that we're going to continue with upward pressure here? I don't know that. For anybody to claim, oh shoot, I'm doing it again. All right, I was saying we could come up to this yellow diagonal trend line, which we did. But I was also saying we could come up to the red diagonal trend line, to the aqua diagonal trend line, to the orange diagonal trend line. I was saying, that we have a potential for that towards the end of the year. That we could do that, but I was saying that back in here. How am I supposed to know when we're back in here that once we get here that we're going to continue with upward pressure? I do not know that. I'm just pointing out that if we did continue with upward pressure, when we get here in this area, if we do continue with upward pressure, yes, we could come up to the red diagonal or the aqua diagonal or the orange diagonal trend line, whenever I was providing where we could potentially go up to when we were back here. But again, do I know that we're going to continue with upward pressure in here when we were back here and I was giving that speculation of where we could potentially go? A lot of people took that as a flat statement, me saying that's where we're going. And yeah, I did say we could come up to a minimum of around $5, maybe $10 at the time. But again, that's speculation on a high, all-time high, of where this thing could end up going when we were back in here. I even provided a little bit here and here, but then that's when we started turning down. That 4-day time frame, red RSI, blue SMA, ended up going below level 50. Let's see, this is the 4-day time frame. Let me get the indicators on it. Yeah, see, red RSI, blue SMA below level 50, then the green RSI goes below level 50 right here, and there we go. We did not keep going up here. There we went down. Do you know when we went down right here, Ethereum was going up? BNB was going up, same thing here. When we went up here, I was like, okay, here we go. We're fixing to take off here, but because Ethereum put in a higher high here, BNB put in a higher high here, not ADA. It didn't do that. Bottom line is, in my opinion, they took ADA up to here, and now they start selling ADA and using all the money that they are accumulating from selling their ADA to pump Ethereum, to pump BNB right here, and right here, and right here. Well, not right there, but especially these two right here, Ethereum and BNB went higher. They went higher. All right, but I think I'm going to go and call this quits, y'all. I think I'm going to go and call this quits so that I can get back to my last lesson. My last lesson for high time frame scalping. And again, I call it high time frame scalping. Do not as high time frame scalping. What is he talking about? The short term group, its lowest time frame is 30 minute. Its highest is 8 hour. 30 minute to 8 hour. Short term group, that is rather high time frames for scalping. Actually, I consider that good time frames for scalping. You can low time frame scalp. Low time frame scalp. That's using the immediate group, which is 5 second, 15 second, 30 second, 1 minute, 2 minute, 4 minute, 8 minute, 15 minute. Those are very low time frames to scalp with, making sure that when you execute a trade in those low immediate group of time frames, that it's in harmony and union with the upward or downward pressure you're seeing in the short term group of time frames. I don't low time frame scalp very often at all, especially once I begin providing signals for the website and all that. You're not going to see me messing around in the immediate group for scalping very much. You might see me go to the immediate group on occasions as to look at the 8 minute and the 15 minute for entry or exit, but as far as to go solely by that for that's what I'm going to make my trade in those waves inside the 15 minute time frame and the 8 minute time frame, I'm not going to do that. Especially if I'm trading 4 pairs. I would rather there be more time for each candle to have more time to make a decision. I don't want to be pressured into making a decision, especially if I'm monitoring multiple pair and providing signals on the low-hanging fruit that are ripe for the picking on these pairs that offer the highest percentage gain for the risk I'm about to take. But that's enough of that. I don't want to get into that much longer. David, those lessons only available for members only? Yes, those lessons are only available for members only. Again, I've invested thousands of hours for this, creating my methods here, and I'm simply wanting to get reimbursed for the hours of time that I invested. This is no different than someone going to college and they pay for an education. And they invest a lot of time and money for that education. That's me. I invested a lot of time. Everybody has value. Every person on the face of this earth has some value. Some have more value than others. A lot of that depending on the amount of knowledge or experience that they have. But everybody has value. If every person has value, that means their time has value. Everybody's time has value. And some people's time is more valuable than others. What I'm doing here is trying to increase everyone's value. That's all I'm trying to do. I want to get reimbursed for the time and money that I invested to create this method. I simply want to be reimbursed for that time that I invested. And there's no harm in me doing that. If there's any socialist or communist out there that want to say, no, you owe me that for free, All that time you invested, you owe me that. We're a collective. You're supposed to give me that. I'm sorry, but you need to move on elsewhere. I don't want anything to do with you. Nothing. And it doesn't hurt me, harm me to say that. If you're offended by that, you don't like what I'm saying, leave. I do not care. That is not my philosophy in life. If we are supposed to, every hour that we invest in anything to innovate, to create something, if we're supposed to just give that, what incentive is there for me to even invest the time to innovate? There is none. Communism kills innovation, destroys it. And socialism can too. There's still innovation in socialism, but only a certain few benefit. Usually big corporations that benefit in that. But we won't go there. That's politics. I won't go there. All right, I'm going to go and call this quits, y'all. Thanks again for joining me on the stream. I appreciate your support. If you don't mind clicking like for the stream, I certainly would appreciate that. And as always, you know the drill. Let's stay awesome.